Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while and I'm really sorry. I've just been so busy with school and I've been sick because of the weather change. So today I finally got the chance to film a video, and it's not a video that's like any of the other ones I've filmed before. It's actually going to be about my belly button piercing. I got my belly button piercing right after I turned 18. I think it was right in January. I turned 18 in December, and I got it right after that because I've always wanted it done, but I had to wait until I was 18 because my parents didn't want me to have it yet. So I was super excited to go and get it done. So I'm just going to tell you guys how to care for it, my experience with it. I'm going to show you the couple belly button piercings that I have, and I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys about it, and I'm hoping that it'll be helpful to some of you guys who are thinking about getting your belly button pierced, or who have had it done and you just want some tips on how to clean it or anything like that. So just keep watching and you'll see what I do. Okay, so I got it done in January. I went to a piercing shop that's local to where I live, and I just had to go in. I had to fill out some paperwork. If you're not 18, you need rental signature. At least that's how it is where I live. I don't know what it is where you guys live, but where I live you need a parent's permission if you're under 18, but since I wasn't, I could get it done myself. My mom did go with me just because I didn't want to go by myself because, you know. So I went in, I filled out the paperwork, I got to choose the piercing that I want. It depends on where you go. Some places you'll get a regular, like, banana shaped piercing with just the two silver balls on the end, but where I went I actually got to pick the piercings. It's the banana barbell, but it's got two color, like, it's got the jewels that have color on them. So I actually picked a dark blue, which is like the color of my shirt, as what I wanted. What she did is she had me roll it up like this, and I held it up for her, and what she did, she put two marks. She put a mark on the top of my belly button, and then on the end to see where the piercing was going to go. So after she did that, she let me look in the mirror, and I got to see if I thought it was straight or not. And after I said it was, she had me get back in the chair. She had new tools for everything, a new needle. She sterilized my stomach. She wiped it off with an alcohol pad, and I forgot what else she used, but she cleaned it really well. And then the place I went didn't use a clamp. There's a lot of places that do use the clamp, but it just kind of depends on where you go. So she didn't use a clamp, so what she did, she just lined the needle up on the bottom of my belly button, and then she just said, okay, ready? I had to take in a deep breath and then breathe out when she pushed the needle through, and it was over in like 3 seconds. It was just a quick pinch. I was kind of nervous about it hurting, but I wanted it so bad that I didn't really care if it hurt. So it was just like a quick pinch right away, and it was over. Me to make sure I clean it a couple times a day, and to make sure that I wait at least 6 months before I change it, and not to have like the dangly ones because it can pull on your piercing and it can stretch it out. I'm just going to show you guys what mine looks like real quick, see if I can get you in the shot. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just blue. It's a barbell. I still haven't changed mine yet. It just looks like that. So yeah, that's what mine looks like. It's just, I can move it a lot now. Sometimes it still gets sore. To clean it, you're going to need, I don't have the salt with me, you're going to need a shot glass, just showing me. It's just an example. You're going to need a shot glass and sea salt. Do not use regular salt. Use that. So you need to use, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take it underneath your piercing, and then you flip it up and under your piercing so it's like that. So you can do it and you can shake it around. Usually I lay down with it just because I keep mine on for about 10 minutes. Sometimes I don't do it that long. When it starts to feel sore, that's when I will do it longer. But what I also like to do is after I take it off and I dump out the water, I rinse this out, then I fill it again with just plain hot water, and I do it again and just swish it around, because I want to make sure that there's no salt, because sometimes I'll get salt that like hardens on my piercing because of it just clings onto it, and I don't want that to happen. Another option that I use is contact solution. I've just got this Pure Moist one because it's like a saline solution, because it's just got this. I'll just kind of squeeze a little bit onto my piercing and I'll wiggle my piercing. Careful that you don't get it hooked on stuff because it's very easy. Oh, excuse me. It's very easy to hook your piercing on things, and you don't want to do that just because it will make it hurt. Mine, for care-wise, it was pretty sore after I got it. It hurt, like, even if I touched it, it would hurt. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. Wearing a seatbelt in a car kind of made it painful. Then it started to go away a little bit, and it'll go through stages. It'll feel like it's completely healed. I can move it around. It's not sore or anything, but then there'll be days when it hurts so bad to even, like, touch it or move it, and I feel like it's gonna, like, it just hurts so bad. And that's natural. Your piercing can take up to a year, if not longer, to heal completely. It depends on the person. But it does take a long time for it to heal. And when it doesn't hurt at all, it just means that it's going through a good part of healing. It's just like a natural stage that it's going through. But that doesn't mean that you can just start changing it and acting like and stop cleaning it. You need to keep cleaning your piercing. I still clean mine. I'm going to keep cleaning it. You just need to take good care of your piercing. Don't just do it by yourself because that is horrible. Your belly button piercing can reject and it can migrate. Migration is when the belly button piercing starts to move. It's almost like the skin like stretches and it just starts to move. It can tip sideways, it can just move around, which obviously is not what you want, so you need to be careful. When your belly button piercing rejects, you can't stop that. It's just going to happen. When it rejects, what it is your body realizes that there's something in the skin that it doesn't want there, so it starts to push it out. So your belly button piercing will be, this is your belly button piercing, it'll slowly start to push through the skin like this until it's completely out of the skin. It'll just kind of rip through your skin. You can't stop it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just keep cleaning it. Try not to tear it on anything, like I said. You just need to handle it with care. Some people, it rejects and then they go get it done again after it's healed and it doesn't do it, but some people's body just won't accept a piercing. I've been lucky enough that it hasn't rejected, so I'm very thankful of that. I'm just going to show you guys some of my, blind you guys, I just have them in this like jewelry box right now because I don't have very many, so I just keep them in here. I've got, this one is like the first piercing that I have is this purple barbell one. And it's just like the one I'm wearing in, but this one is purple. It's the same thing, but it's pink. Oh, I got a hair. Except for this one, the ball that's on the top is just a silver ball. There's no gem in it. So it's just pink, and it's got the gem, and it's just the plain barbell. Actually a flexible one. This one's like a plastic one, if you can see that it bends. So this one, I wouldn't recommend putting plastic ones in your belly button until it's very well healed, just because it's not good to just stick these in, because I've heard that the skin can kind of like cling on to the piercing. I think the color is so pretty. It's black, the ball itself is black, and it's got this aqua teal color in it. I think it is so gorgeous, and I'm really excited to wear this one. I wish it was metal, but it's not, so I have to wait to wear it. But I think this one is super pretty. It's not just the plain barbell. This one is surgical steel, and it's also black. It's just this really cute butterfly, like this. It's just got these pretty pink stones in it, and then the top is just a plain black piece. Is this rainbow one. It just looks like this. It's got a rainbow heart. Sorry about that. It's got this rainbow heart. It's kind of crooked just because I just put it back on. There we go. It's a rainbow heart on the top, and it's got like a little gem in it. And then the bottom, it's just got this really big gem on it. And then it is all rainbows across the back of it. So it just looks like this. I think this one is also really pretty. So those are just all the ones I have for my belly button collection. I'm hoping to get antibacterial soap. Is a type of soap that you can use. I'll use this when I take a shower. I'll just squirt a little in my hand and I'll rub it around the piercing and I'll clean it that way, because antibacterial soap is sterile and you can use it for your piercing. So this is also another option, but I do this along with everything else. I don't just do this by itself, and I wouldn't recommend just doing it by itself. End of this video. If you guys have any other questions or you want to ask me anything in particular, just leave it in the comments below. Or if you guys have any tips for me personally that I can use, or if there's anything else you guys want to see related to piercings. I do have my ears pierced as well. If there's anything else you guys want to see, just recommend it to me in the comments below. Subscribe